All right.
Actually, interestingly enough, this is in central time zone.
I'm on at 9:30.
So it's 9:30 9:30 central time, which means this will start at 10:30. What do you call it again? This will start at 10:30 tomorrow. Okay. Now here's the point. I'm probably gonna be streaming around 11. So 10:30 Eastern. I'm gonna be streaming around 11 or 12. Honestly, this case just moves clearly quicker than the YSL case. It's a direct situation. There's not much need for experts and random dudes. The snitches cooperating.
My bad, chat. I don't know how that bitch feel.
So yeah, we will be streaming this live tomorrow at 11, just for the people who care about Dolph's situation. This stream is far from over, so don't leave now. What we are gonna do, let's look at Big Jook a little bit more. Big Jook after Dolph's death. What's very important to know is that Big Jook was, he was moving a certain type of way, and
Roblox.
Big Jook. There's actually a few documentaries on him. Let's see if we can find one that's of. Here we go.
Yo got 89, Juice, Collective Music Group, Chouse, and Uncle Eric's homie Earl Woods was allegedly eating the plug for one of Gotti's brothers. Well, he decided to level up, sign me to be my biggest hater. Gotti didn't
What up,
respond to the
Ciroc?
tweet, but his artist Black Youngster said he was gonna smack the shit out of Dolph if he saw him on the street. After Black Youngster called him out, Dolph hopped on Instagram and dissed Gotti for sending his artist to fight him. Dolph aired him out for still being mad that he didn't sign with him, and also claimed that Gotti was pressed that he was still rocking with Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane and Yo Gotti were tight back in the day, dropped a couple tracks together that had the streets going crazy. Then they linked up in the studio for 2 full collab tapes. Fans were rocking with the music heavy and wanted to hear more. Then they split ways out of nowhere. Gucci was promoting his Trap God album and set the release date for October 17th or 10/17. 10/17 is the name of his label, so it was a big deal for Gucci. But then news broke that Gotti's project was dropping on the same day. Gotti said he didn't know they were both dropping albums that day, but he was hyped about it when he heard the news. According to Gotti, he reached out to Gucci because he was thinking, man, we're about to shut it down, but Gucci never replied. Gotti still didn't know there was any drama, but then Gucci tweeted, why would another artist put their mixtape out on 10/17 if they ain't Brick Squad? You ain't me, the hashtag Trap God. Gotti tried to reach out again and even changed the release date of his project, but apparently that wasn't the only issue Gucci had with him. Most rap fans know about the famous beef between Gucci and Jeezy that almost got Gucci killed. It started out as industry drama, but then the situation got so bad that Jeezy sent his homies into Gucci's crib, and Gucci ended up killing one of them in self-defense. Around the same time the release date drama was going on, Gotti had just hopped on a track with T.I. and Jeezy, and Gucci was obviously pressed about Gotti linking up with his op like that.
Alright, this ain't about Gucci. Let's get to Dolph, Gotti, and then Big Jook.
With your bitch. He hired a Yo Gotti lookalike and stole a girl from him in the video. And to my biggest hater, begging me to sign with you, I had too much paper. And they said the pussy niggas on your team are on your drawers. They say you make the pussy ass niggas call you boss, but they can't call you king because that's dope. He also allegedly took a shot at Juke on the same track when he rapped. Still that same nigga that used to front your big brother. Found out he a bitch too, now I call him your big sister. Nothing happened at first, but then Dolph took the disrespect to a whole new level with the video for Play With Your Bitch. He hired a Yo Gotti lookalike and stole a girl from him in the video. And the day after it dropped, Gotti's crew allegedly dumped 100 shots at Dolph's SUV. Dolph was touring in North Carolina, and before one of his shows, someone pulled up and sprayed over 100 bullets into his whip. Luckily, Dolph didn't get hurt because his whip was bulletproof. Dolph still put up to his event and performed Play With Your Bitch for his fans. Black Youngster and his homies got booked for trying to kill Dolph, but eventually the charges got dropped because there wasn't enough evidence and nobody was working with the cops. That ain't stopped Black Youngster from taking more shots at Dolph and accusing him of snitching. On the track Bulletproof, he raps, if you got love for me, can you at Young Dolph and tell him don't show up? I'm just saying, homie, why you give them people statements? Why you rap about that shit so your album will go crazy? Niggas do anything for the album sales. And you lost your bet, if you bet that I'll tell. Black Youngster wasn't the only one making music about the situation though. Surviving the shooting gave Dolph a lot of attention. And in 2017, he dropped the album Bulletproof and sent a message through his track list. If you read each song on the album in order, it says, 100 shots in Charlotte, but I'm bulletproof, so fuck 'em. That's how I feel. I'm so real. I pray for my enemies. I'm everything you want to be. Shaking my head. That wasn't the only time Dolph almost died over the Gotti beef though. And what happened next makes even more people think his brother Juke's death might be connected to the whole beef. A few months after Dolph's whip was shot, he was in Los Angeles at the same time as Gotti. According to rumors, Dolph found out where Gotti was staying and tried to press him. And that's when a fight broke out, and one of Gotti's homies shot Dolph 3 times. The dude who shot Dolph was charged, but he dodged the case because nobody in Dolph's crew would work with the cops. After the shooting in LA, the beef seemed to chill out for a while. Dolph and Gotti were doing their own thing and were sending shots back and forth. Fans were hoping that Dolph would leave all the drama behind. But then in November 2021, young Dolph was tragically shot and killed while buying cookies at a shop in Memphis. Rumors were flying that Gotti and his crew had something to do with the murder. And one of Dolph's homies even claimed that Juke put a hit out on Dolph.
Because these folk had something to do with it, bro. These folk that Juke put a hit out. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, I need to say this. Don't say that. They can tell you the truth.
It took a while for the cops to book anyone for his death, but at first it didn't look like he was connected to Juke and Gotti at all. In 2022, the cops booked Justin Johnson and Cornelia Smith for the murder. Nobody knew why they wanted to kill Dolph. But then a few months later, a dude named Hernandez Guzman was arrested too and changed
His name is Quake, or his street name Quake.
everything. Guzman was allegedly one of the biggest drug lords in Memphis and had ties to Gotti and Juke. He was also connected to the music industry through his daughter, Lotto Catch Desto, who was killed in Houston a year after Dolph died. Desto was at a stoplight behind another whip when 2 shooters hopped out of the car in front of her and started letting off shots.
I always was. Do y'all think that Hernandez Govan's daughter's death had it? Y'all know what I'm saying, right?
Wanted to kill Dolph, but then a few months later, a dude named Hernandez Guzman was arrested too and changed everything. Guzman was allegedly one of the biggest drug lords in Memphis and had ties to Gotti and Juke. He was also connected to the music industry through his daughter, Lotto Catch Desto, who was killed in Houston a year after Dolph died. Desto was at a stoplight behind another whip when 2 shooters hopped out of
Y'all don't.
the car in front of her and started letting off shots. Her friend was rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound, but Desto was tragically pronounced dead at the scene. 2 dudes have been arrested for the shooting, but nobody knows why Desto was killed yet. There's a lot of rumors about the situation though, so let's break down why some people think it's related to Juke and Gotti's beef with young Dolph. After Lotto Catch Desto died, her dad, Guzman, made a post on Facebook apologizing to Desto, saying he cursed her with his lifestyle. Back then, nobody thought it had anything to do with young Dolph, but that all changed after Desto's dad, Guzman, was charged with putting a hit out on Dolph. None of this has been confirmed, so it's just street rumors as of right now. But some people think Dolph's homies have decided to get back for his murder, and Desto got caught up in the situation. Her dad, Guzman, was charged.
No, yo, you tell me that Dolph
Fucking gas
niggas-
stations and shit are crazy right now.
Man, I ain't never seen nothing like this in the history of hip hop, nigga. I'm not. Listen, we could talk about every rapper respectfully that ever died in hip hop. We could talk about Tupac, Biggie. We could talk about Nipsey. We could talk about anybody who ever died, and it seemed to be something that's connected to rap. Bruh, I've never seen niggas. Bruh, it's about 20 niggas that died because Dolph got killed. Like Dolph. It makes me realize, I'm like, damn, Dolph had to be a good nigga to the people who loved him, because, bruh, the mere fact they took that man off the earth, they not stopping. Every stone is getting unturned. This shit is crazy. By the way, you know, without saying a lot, I'm hoping Hernandez Guzman's daughter did not get caught up in this, because I hope, because that's sad. That's sad. But they do say the sins of the father do go to the sons, and I guess in this case, daughters.
So it's just street rumors as of right now. But some people think Dolph's homies have been deciding to get back for his murder, and Desto got caught up in the situation. Her dad, Guzman, was charged just a month after Desto was killed. And And there's a good chance people in Memphis already knew he was involved way before the news ever broke. There's still no evidence that Gotti and Juke had anything to do with Kovan sending shooters at Dope, but we do know that they have ties to each other, so it's a possibility. All that's available right now are rumors, though. When the murder trial for Dope...
What's so funny? Look at these two guys locked up. He's the one who told. It's Cornelius. He told. I'm wondering if Justin at this point was like, bro, you good, right? Like, this nigga, you can tell by chat, if you look at both of their faces, he looking at the judge, winking at the prosecutor like, yo, bro, I got a story to tell y'all niggas. I'm telling. This guy's the guy getting fried right now. And by the way, this is his lawyer. By the way, he probably knows this guy was gonna tell. Think about this. If we're to believe that Big Jook or CMG paid for this lawyer for him, where's this guy's lawyer? His lawyer's not there. At one of these hearings, his lawyer ain't there. Remember, they supposedly paid $50,000 for a lawyer for him too, but he ain't take the lawyer. Why he ain't take the lawyer? He didn't want to be the fall guy. And he know with the lawyer, if he took the lawyer, he can't snitch. So he declines that lawyer, gets his own lawyer that's going to allow him to snitch. And this guy got to realize, if you show up with the paid lawyer from the guys who had you do the hit, and he show up without the lawyer, do the math on that, chat.
Golf stars. There's going to be all kinds of new info coming out because one of the dudes involved already flipped.
Okay, this is a guy, he's going to be the accessory to murder.
Accessory.
By the way,
That nigga said accessory.
I think that's case over. But this guy's going to be overkill. So he's going to do the overkill. He's going to come in later and he's going to discuss some accessory. Well, he pled guilty to accessory charges already, so he'll testify.
And agree to testify against everyone else in the case. A lot of people think Big Juke's murder has something to do with the Dolph beef, but there's also a rumor going around that he was taken out by someone close to him. The last post Juke made on Instagram was a photo of himself with the caption, "They don't want to face you, they want to snake you. Stay alert to stay alive. Watch your back at all times." It's not clear if Juke and Gotti really have ops inside their own group, but the post has a lot of people thinking that the killers were someone close to Juke. What's really crazy about the theory is the fact that Gotti's mother was allegedly in the whip with Juke and his homie when the shooting happened. It's just a rumor right now, but some people close to the situation are saying that Gotti's mom had to run out of the whip when the shots started going off and almost got hit too. It's not clear who killed Juke yet, but whoever pulled the trigger really wanted to take him out. They slid on him in broad daylight in a public area full of security cameras, so obviously they were willing to take a big risk just to get him. There's not a lot of info about what really went down yet, and Gotti hasn't spoken on the situation, but tap in for updates while the story develops.
Trap Floor Ross.
Warning, the purpose
indicted and the rap stars
and killed. Reddit detectives had noted how Dolph's friends had been driving around the Orange Mound neighborhood where Teasy was killed not long before the shooting.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't know that it was late night, middle of the daytime.
Spelled
that.
that.
Turn about one, ain't nothing to spend on. That's all I know.
Damn, you heard Dolph niggas? Who they talking about who ain't spinning? Ain't nothing to spin on. He's basically saying that whoever they beefing with was hiding because Dolph niggas was trying to kill every and anything. God damn.
No doubt. Put it on buns, on guns, on the head.
This I know, looking I think it's a lot of.
Meanwhile, both Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, are set to go on trial in March 2024 after pleading not guilty to all charges. Fans have also noted that Straight Drop allegedly hired a lawyer that has connections to Yo Gotti's crew CMG, raising yet more rumors that Trula Mafia and CMG might have both been involved together in Young Dolph's murder. Govern, on the other hand, was released on bond in May 2023, apparently due to medical reasons, while Straight Drop's brother, Jamarcus Johnson, actually accepted a plea deal admitting to guilt on accessory to murder charges in June 2023.
One of the four men charged in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph became the first to take a plea in his case.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all, bro. Niggas killed Dolph, bro. You gotta be a real fuck nigga, bro. Shout out Knuckles in the building. Shout out Roblox 3 times in the building. Hey man, we is getting ready for the hurricane chat. I went and got a whole bunch of gasoline, whole bunch of, y'all know I got me a little generator, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the chat. We're gonna be straight for the hurricane though, chat. I filled up my car with gas. Oh, babe, they said that's probably the last gas they gonna get at the gas station.
Hey, Nick, that before the hurricane?
Yeah, that's what they just said. That Nika Mo, she was like, "That's it."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, we safe, gang. I'm about to make sure my kids is good, make sure they don't need nothing, and that's it. We gonna hunker down, get this shit over with. But what's the fucked up part is it look like it's another storm on the way about to hit South Florida right after we get hit with this one. So
People are getting double fucking tapped.
yeah, the government ain't playing around, boy. They trying to get this land. They trying to martial law this bitch.
DeSantis just did instead of a state of emergency, he did like a state of disaster or some shit. Because if you don't do that, the quicker you do that, even though the hurricane's not here, FEMA will come and help.
We don't want FEMA to help.
We don't.
Nobody does. No, they don't. FEMA's not helping nobody. They letting these people die up there in the mountains. That's the problem they got now. FEMA's just there to stop people from helping. They putting people in jail for helping. Yeah, exactly. Now nobody want FEMA to show up nowhere, nigga. And what's crazy is like you expect something like FEMA to be ran by robots the way they treat people. Like there's actual human beings that's that evil, that's recruited to work for these companies, that follow orders, that to make sure we fucked over. It's crazy.
My dad actually, now that you say that, I was just talking about like side jobs and like people making money out, for the hurricane and shit. And he said, let them find out that you are going out there and working with a company that is not an LLC. That they're dropping by. They don't give a fuck if you're just being nice to help. If you look like you're doing something that's supposed to be licensed, they will stop you from your job immediately, pull you away as a worker if you're not with a company. They're trying to be nice and help. They're like they're arresting people right now. Yeah.
Yeah, FEMA, wow. Listen, we thought there was humanitarian work. Then we realized these motherfuckers was the Gestapo.
Damn, it's coming straight through here as a category 3. That's wild.
It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Y'all know what to do, chat. I ain't gonna say nothing on here. Y'all know what to do.
After Jamarcus Johnson pleaded guilty to 3 conspiracy charges this morning.
Action News 5 Sydney Gray was in the courtroom for that announcement. She has more from Johnson's attorney and state prosecutors.
A range 1 offender. We understand that.
Jamarcus Johnson could spend the next...
Oh, this is straight John's brother. No way. Don't tell me he's gonna snitch on his bro. I mean, we've seen worse. We've seen the Queso case. Queso's dad snitching on him.
6 years in prison for his admitted involvement in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Friday, he pleaded guilty to 3 counts of conspiracy after the fact.
With regard to Jamarcus Johnson, as we announced in court, he had no role in the murder of Dolph before it happened. He had no role in the murder of Dolph.
Yeah, but like accessory is going to be really key. If you admit to accessory to murder, it's like you're saying you helped out after the murder, and whoever you helped out most likely did the murder. Who would he helped out? Probably his brother, Justin Johnson.
When it happened.
But prosecutors say he conspired after the fact by helping his half-brother, Justin Johnson, one of the accused shooters.
Yeah, chat, your half-brother, it don't matter that much. Chat, half-brother, you can snitch on him or not. He ain't full. Same mammy, different pappy. Probably telling that nigga. What y'all think?
We had a conference call with the family yesterday. They understand what this is about. and they're encouraged by the progress in litigation, and ultimately one day they want to see a trial of this thing, and they know this is a step toward that.
Prosecutors say Jamarcus used Justin's cell phone for two purposes: to deceive Justin's parole officer into believing he was still in Memphis. And
oh, by the way, So okay. So Jamarcus, we heard about his name before. Jamarcus was the guy who Cornelius thought he was talking to Justin, but Jamarcus was the middle guy. I guess he was playing like he was Justin's cell phone in Memphis while Justin went on a run, and he would three-way call people. He would three-way call Justin in with people. So I don't know how they would do it, but probably you call him, he probably missed the call. He's like, yo, Justin, so-and-so calling you, I bet. Yo, you call them and call me, then put them on three-way type shit, right? Ooh, so yeah, accessory, that's a classic accessory for murder charge right there, right? And I guess they also deceived the homie's PO officer, right?
And to communicate with Cornelius Smith, another...
Exactly, just what I said. To talk to Cornelius, who eventually snitched, and also to talk to the PO as this said, right? Look.
Ultimately, one day they want to see a trial of this thing, and they know this is a step toward that.
Prosecutors say Jamarcus used Justin's cell phone for two purposes: to deceive Justin's parole officer into believing he was still in Memphis, and to communicate with Cornelius Smith, another accused shooter in the case. We heard from Johnson's attorney, Josh Foreman.
It was very important for Jamarcus and his family, for everyone to understand that he had nothing to do whatsoever with the murder. He had no knowledge of the murder before it happened. He certainly wasn't in conspiring with anyone to plan a murder, didn't know the murder had happened, obviously, until weeks later, learned about it through social media.
Johnson could be required to testify against his brother as part of his plea deal, but Foreman says Jamarcus is eager to get back with family.
Here's a kid who had never been in trouble before, has no criminal record whatsoever, and then you get locked up and you're in protective custody, which is pretty much like being in isolation for the last 7 months. So you can imagine what that does to your mind and everything else.
Sydney Gray, Action News 5.
And Johnson may actually be asked to testify against the others in the case during the trial. But at this stage, we don't know whether or not he's flipped, or just trying to avoid a lengthy sentence.
Nah, he clearly flipped. Like, who the fuck? Again, this is like Gunna, in a sense. Obviously, you don't have him saying the statements in his plea deal or his guilty plea, but if you are pleading guilty to accessory to murder when your half-brother is facing murder, and the accessory charge is only at the behest of you helping your half-brother, Justin Johnson.
One thing that be throwing me off about niggas, bro, like if somebody tell me, chat, let's say you got your mom and your mom had 3 kids, but 2 of y'all, you don't got the same dad, it's 2 of your siblings with your mom, and you say to me those are half siblings, I don't trust you. Like, I don't know why. It's like innate in me that anybody who say they sibling is a half sibling that came from their mom, I'm like, I can't trust you. I don't fuck with you, cause you verbally stated that you don't all the way fuck with your own sibling. Like, if you distinguish them from having a different dad than you, like you greater. So anybody ever say that to me, like, oh, like you got the same mom, like if you got the same dad, different mom, and you say, oh yeah, that's my half brother, okay, I can get that. But we don't got the same mom, which I still ain't gonna say no shit like that. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? We can get to the discrepancies later, but that's my brother. We got the same parent. You know what I'm saying? But when you come from the same mama and you say some shit, which is really like some white people shit, but if you be like, yeah, that's my half sibling, it's like, I don't trust you because you don't even fuck with your own siblings a long way. So why would I think I can fuck with you?
And to try to cover up a murder or after the murder, you're kind of implicitly admitting that you kind of knew that you or were aware or somehow, knowledgeable that your half brother did a murder and you were trying to help him out. That's kind of like snitching, if you ask me. So if you're gonna take that plea, you definitely gotta testify, right?
That he might get if he loses trial. Sadly, during the investigation, some members of the public have also attempted to pin Dolph's murder on the owners of Makeda's Cookies. As a fake wanted poster featured
Castelia Heights this morning. Officers responded to the scene at 1 a.m. to the 800 block of Cloverdale Drive and found a 53-year-old man dead at the scene. Police also say that 2 men who appeared to be the ones responsible left the scene. Anyone who has any...
with some believing this to be a gang-related shooting between Trula Mafia and Double R.
Late last night,
A carjacking gone wrong, according
We had a 17-year-old teen on the lead.
once again, and that's the murder. This
I hear ya. 2 guys
shortly after Dolph.
okay.
in the middle.
This is Big Juke dissing Dolph after his death. Like, think about the audacity. Look right here. This is what Reed me gets it. By the way, shout out to Trap Lord Ross, my boy.
Possibly Young Dolph.
Heard that
Big Juke, who may well have put out the hit on Young Dolph initially. In an Instagram story, Growth Hero, a comedian affiliated with Dolph's paper route empire, had actually claimed that Big Juke had put out a $40,000 bounty on either himself or possibly Young Dolph.
So the guy was kind of right. There was a $40,000 bounty, but really it was $100,000. It was $100,000 with Hernandez Govan taking $20,000 from both shooters, but both shooters was supposed to get $40,000. So this guy was right. Grove Hero knew what he was talking about. I guess the streets is talking, and he heard that one of these guys was supposed to get $40K. I'm guessing he thinking that the $40K was going to be bust between them. No, both were getting $40K. So it was $80K, and it was really $100K, but Hernandez Govan took the $20K off the top from both of them, $10K each.
Heard that little boy Trey say, man, I miss my dad, Mom. When I heard that me up, bro. That me up. And keep in mind, I said, if I see Juke, if I see Got It, if I see Migo, if I see Youngster, I'm gonna get on that. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else, bro. I said if I see them folk, because these folk had something to do with it, bro. These folk don't know that Juke put a hit out, bro. Don't know this. You know what I'm saying? But no, all that, bro. I need to say that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna tell the truth, bro. I ain't say, man, hey, bro, how you gonna feel if I told you, hey, man, look, bro, man, Juke put a $40,000 hit on you, bro. Like, hey, come on, bro.
Big Juke has also been pictured with one of the men accused in the plot to kill Dolph, Hernandez Govan, showing a clear affiliation between the two. Furthermore, Big Juke has shared multiple disrespectful videos to his Instagram aimed at Dolph even after his death, with one example being Juke mocking a mural that was painted to memorialize Dolph in Memphis.
I don't paint no bitch beside two real with a in the middle, man. Y'all don't do that, man. Don't go by legacy. So, right here, y'all. 2 guys.
Shortly after Dolph's death, Big Juke also posted to his Instagram story where he can be heard asking certain rappers to hit him up for financial help, saying, whoever trying to save their career or shoot a video while the label budget is cut off, we still open, CMG is still open. Juke offering to pay for rappers' studio time and any cars that the rappers are leasing and renting, as well as even advising these rappers to pawn their jewelry if it's real, was likely a shot at Paper Route Empire's remaining roster, suggesting that they might have been struggling after Dolph was murdered.
So, man, hey, y'all. I'm finna start GoFundMe, man, cause I know a lot of you rap. Look at it, man. Can't do no shows. Ain't save no money. So guess what? I'm gonna come say today. I'm gonna come pay you rent if y'all got somewhere to stay. I'll pay your car note. I'll pay your jewelry note so you won't get repoed. You feel me? Whatever else you renting or leasing, I'm gonna pay that. But when it break back on, I want 10% of what you make. I'm saving you in a crucial time, so don't think I'm trying to get over on you. 'Cause, you know, you don't want to get put out.
Y'all wonder what Gotti thinks. And let me speak a little bit uninterrupted, but this is my thoughts. I don't know if this is true. Obviously, there's allegations made. We're seeing it being said in court by multiple people, including the shooter. If Dolph was killed because Yo Gotti's brother put out a hit, I almost have to ask a question. Did did Dolph have a problem with Big Jook, or did Big Jook inherit the problem that Dolph had with Yo Gotti? And if that's the case, that Yo Gotti had a problem with Dolph, and his brother, who is not a rapper, but a guy who was probably a little bit more connected to the streets, had a lot of ties, he inherited the beef and put out a hit, whether unbeknownst to his brother or not. I'm wondering if Gotti feels responsible for the death, not only of Dolph, but also his brother. Again, I'm only asking questions and I don't know the truth. I'm going off what I heard in court today. I don't want to make accusations. If that's the case, your brother tried to get rid of somebody he felt was at odds with you. And he eventually did. But it also caused a whirlwind and a goddamn cyclone of spinning that led to his death. Are you yourself guilty of that? Are you the person that probably set this in motion? Whether you did it cognizantly or by mere association, that you clearly had hatred enough for this guy, that your brother had hatred for him, and your brother then put out a hit. If this is all true, I don't know if it's true. I don't know, people. I don't know.